12 News journalist Sean Rice had a chance to speak with Governor Hobbs about that funding. He's live at the state capitol with more. Sean, what did she have to say?
Yeah, Tram and Mark, good afternoon to you both. As you both mentioned, this is an incredibly dire situation for so many Arizona families right now. And to put it in Governor Hobbs's words today, that $1.8 million of state dollars that the state has found and will allocate to these food banks across the state really is just a, quote, drop in the bucket. That is, of course, compared to the true amount of money, federal dollars, that Arizona families need to get support through the SNAP program on a day in and day out basis. These state dollars, as I mentioned, are not going directly to people who are enrolled in the SNAP program. That $1.8 million is going directly to the food banks, which people then can utilize. But of course, those food banks do need the support right now. We want to show you that video one more time. Sky 12 video over St. Mary's Food Bank today in West Phoenix. These lines stretched for multiple blocks today. The governor herself helped load boxes of food into trucks of families who needed it most. Roughly 12% of Arizonans rely on food stamps, of course known as the SNAP program. It's a funding source that will dry up in just 2 days because of the ongoing government shutdown. Both sides of the political aisle are blaming one another for Arizona families potentially going hungry. Today, Hobbs claimed that the Trump administration is withholding billions of dollars in contingency funds that could help keep the program running. While Republicans say our two Democratic senators here in Arizona, Ruben Gallego and Mark Kelly, have the 2 votes needed to end the government shutdown today if they wanted to. But do Arizona families really care about politics when they could potentially go hungry? I asked Governor Hobbs that today. Take a listen. I think the people who are in the line here next to us are sick of politics. They don't want politics to be the reason they're left hungry. What is your message to them?
I agree with you. The president could end this right now. I mean, we have limited options and limited action we can take in the state. We're continuing to look at everything available to us. We allocated $1.8 million to provide emergency assistance. I know it's not enough. We're asking Arizonans to show up for their community like they always do.
And there's also that new emergency program called, quote, Food Bucks Now. This will provide $30 vouchers for SNAP recipients to buy produce at farmers markets. I'm told these are one-time vouchers that will provide some relief, but not all the relief that Arizona families need. I'm told that these will be distributed to people who are already enrolled in that federal SNAP program on a first-come, first-served basis. Might be that not all Arizona families who are enrolled in the SNAP program get these one-time vouchers. The idea of a special legislative session here at the state level has also been floated as an idea to find additional state resources to help supplement the program when it could potentially run out, though Governor Hobbs today said the idea of a special session becoming reality is not imminent at this time. We're live in downtown Phoenix. Sean Rice, 12 News.
What a shame.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, 1.8. Sean, did she say why? Did she explain why that money would be going to the food banks and not find a direct way to get it to these people in need?
It's because the SNAP program is a federal source of funds, and so the state has to divvy it up to the nonprofits that they can find. In this case, St. Mary's Food Bank is one of those. Other food banks across the state will be getting that $1.8 million. It's the way that they could get it to the food banks, who then in turn could get it to the families who are in need, is my understanding, Trim.
Sean, you were there for the whole press conference. Did anyone ask her about the discrepancy? You look at a state like Louisiana. They're putting up $150 million to help these people out. On the other end of the spectrum, you've got Arizona, a state that is blooming. We always hear and report on with money, with big business, with plenty of money in the rainy day fund. How are we only able to come up with $1.5 million?
That was asked multiple times today, Mark, and the governor did not have a great answer. The idea of the rainy day fund potentially getting tapped into was brought up as a possibility. She said that she feels as though those dollars can only be used during a recession. She does not feel that we're in a recession right now. And so there really was not a good answer to that question. I imagine it's one we're going to keep asking here in the coming days. We'll send it back to you.
Sean, thanks. Boy, you've got to just feel so bad for these people. I said earlier, that they're the ones caught in this tug of
Yeah,
war
absolutely.
between Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, and just hearing from that poor woman, that grandmother
Yes.
waiting in line, you could hear that heartbreak and how she was choked up talking about her grandson.
Of course. And you know, look, these people, the last thing a lot of them want to have to do is get in a line and get food.
And you know, those food boxes, they can only last for so
Yep.
long. So they could be back in line once
Yep.
again. So there are several organizations and local businesses helping bridge that gap for families losing their benefits.
You can find a list of those places by going to our website, 12news.com.